Welcome back, YouTube. We're going to do some Philly steaks today on the griddle, and I realized that I have not yet done a review of this Blackstone griddle. So since we decided to go ahead and cook some Phillies on it, I'm going to give a review of our Blackstone after 3 years of ownership. And we cooked a ton of recipes on this Blackstone. I'll link the Philly steak video that I did down in the description, and you can take a look at that for a more in-depth the recipe that we use for our Philly steaks. But this is mainly going to be a review about the Blackstone, and then stay tuned afterwards, and we're going to do a real quick Philly steak cook on it, and that'll be a quick one. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you in a bit. So here's the griddle. It's a Blackstone griddle. And let me see here, give you the specs on it. It's got 4 burners. It's the maximum BTUs is 60,000 BTUs. It's got casters, a steel hood, electronic ignition, 756 square inches of cooking surface, 36 inches. It's got 2 side shells, one here, one over there, and they say here that it's portable, but it ain't. I mean, it's portable if you want to pick it up, and because it's got the wheels there, if you want to move it to one part of the porch to the other, but you ain't picking this up and putting it in your pickup truck. But it's got these shells. You can buy this now for right around $500. And a little more, a little less, I guess, if you go looking at for the deals. And we've had this for 3 years, and we have cooked on it extensively. And I'll tell you a couple things, my couple gripes that I have with it, and then what I like about it. The only gripes that I really have about it is when the burners are on, you know, the burners are underneath here. If there's any wind, it really gets to the burners. You can see right there, it's got a baffle, but that baffle on the front don't really stop too much. And underneath there is where the burners are. It's okay if the wind is just a breeze, but if it kind of blows really hard, it blows the flame all over the place. These shells are great, but there's so much heat coming out from here. It seems like they could have moved the shelf over maybe a little more to kind of keep that heat. So you can't, don't mistakenly leave your utensil up here, you know, because when you grab it, it'll be real hot. And don't put anything on this side of the shelf that you don't want to melt. No plastic, no nothing on either one of them, as far as putting them on the side like that. Let's see. The cooking temperature. The cooking temperature runs real hot, like within 3 inches of the back and the front and the sides. So you still got all this. All this is good for cooking. But because of the way the burners are underneath there, they don't actually come out like to the edges. So what happens is It really keeps the heat real good right through the middle portion. But then I just use the edges mainly for, you know, keeping stuff warm and what have you like that. Plus you got your temperature controls. You know, you got high, medium, and low all through here. You got a bottle opener, which was a little nice touch. You got magnetic edges that come with it over here to the side, so you can hang your utensils. Then over here, you got the hooks, where you can hang 3 hooks. Propane tank sits down there. You got another shelf on the bottom, which is handy for holding all kinds of stuff. And the griddle gets real hot. I'd say you can get around 450, maybe 500 degrees right through that hottest area right there. And you know what I'm doing when I'm cooking on it is I'll cook and I'll just keep this one over here down to medium or low. And then when I'm cooking all my stuff, I can just slide over there, everything over there to keep it warm. But other than that, really, it's got electronic ignition. Always works flawless. All the burners are good. The controls are good. It's one of the best $500 I ever spent. I'll tell you that. As far as this and my Weber grill, those are the 2 best purchases because you can absolutely use this for everything. We've cooked everything on it. Even made a chocolate roux, which you can look in the videos and find the chocolate roux that we did on it. And I love it. I love it. We've had it for 3 years. It's never failed. You got to season it real good. You know, when you first start out, this video is black because of that backlight coming through there. But you got to season it real good. You know, once it seasons, it holds its season. It's not hard to clean up. You know, I guess it depends on what you're cooking, but you know, basically hot water and scraping it off and wiping it down, then re-seasoning it. But it holds its season real good. You can cook anything. You can cook eggs, bacon, anything you want to cook, steaks, hibachis, it don't matter. And so that's the review, and I'm tickled with it. If this one broke, we'd definitely get another one. One thing to keep in mind is that it's heavy, real heavy. When you're putting it together, it's this cast iron, as you can well imagine, 36 inches of cast iron. It's heavy. So keep that in mind. If you go to get one, you're going to need somebody to help you lift that grate up onto it. And like I said, we're going to do a really short Philly steak cook video. So stick around for that. And it'll be fun. See you in a bit. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, there you have it. Philly steak, got onion rings, and slaw. And that's my review of the Blackstone. So if you liked the video, if you thought it was interesting or informative, how about hit that like button for me? And if you're so inclined, hit that subscribe button for me. Until next time, be kind to each other. It don't cost a thing. See ya.